Hi guys, Adventurous Allotment here on my allotment. Yeah, there's still some snow around. It's still melting. Yeah, it's still melting. We had about 3 falls of snow, so it takes a while to melt. It never really got that cold actually. I was just going to talk. This video is talking about that cold spell we just had, like sort of giving you an idea of what's going on. It never really got cold enough to cause too many problems. And it's certainly not going to be the sort of cold that would allow cold to show up later, if you know what I mean. I think we got in the end, it was about minus 2.7 here, minus 2.5 back where my parents are, so not particularly cold when you consider what people have had in other parts of the country. I think that maybe there was a few near minus 10s even in near the south coast, so especially, and some in the outskirts of London I recall seeing. There always seems to be a frost pocket around Richmond Park, apparently, but it seems to be very isolated. About 4 or 5 stations recording minus 8 or minus 9 this time round, but it seemed right, but it's just like, you know, just that isolated frost pockets that can cause the trouble. So yeah, other than that, no real damage. There has actually, funnily enough, I wanted to point, this cold has taught me something interesting. So as you can see on this this here, the what is it, the Azores blueberry, the new growth with the long stems, the more mature growth that's coming here on this plant is unaffected by the cold. Yet on these the leaves have been damaged. I mean, it wasn't that cold, so there was no real reason for them to be damaged. It might be snow damage, you know, it's been covered in snow and then froze overnight, all that kind of thing. But these seem, apart from 1 or 2 leaves, they seem unfazed, and I suspect this growth is a lot hardier than the younger growth that was on the plant. But yeah, nothing to report that's a problem. Pineapple guava rarely gets damaged anyway. Even if we did get like minus 7, it probably wouldn't show much damage except tip damage. But right now there's not even, as you can see, there's not even that, so it's not even a problem. Obviously the strawberry tree, usually the fruitlets, if you get fruitlets on them and they turn black, it's usually a sign that they've had frost. There is some of that here, but not as much as last year when we had that cold December. So there's quite a lot of green fruit remaining. Yeah, that's not a problem, although some of them will fall off obviously as it gets warmer, because that's what happens. The other thing you notice is like the flowers get blackened, any flowers that are remaining, that one's been hit by frost obviously, so this happens. But really this plant is never going to get damaged by frost. The flowers will, the fruit might, but the plant itself is so hardy that it's not going to be bothered. And then, like, it's all about, if you lived in a place that got really cold, for example, it's all about finding like plants that will tell you exactly how cold it got. These are borderline plants, so if you got like minus 8, or you're not sure if you got minus 7, minus 8, our Euphorbia mellifera over there will be generally collapsed, won't come back, except in the spring when it comes back from the ground. But generally the top growth won't recover from minus 8 in general. The other thing I noticed was last year when we had that cold and it got to minus 5, minus 6, this fascicularia bicolor was damaged, but this year no problem, so that's another clue. And one of the bigger clues, I suppose, is the peach leaves that are still on this plant, even though they're meant to be dropping, still green. And you can see here, I don't know whether yeah, you can still see no damage there. I know it's undercover, but they generally don't do well in really cold. And the other one, of course, is the tips of the ones that tend to get damaged, is the tips of this Chilean guava, which the tips are damaged, to be fair, but that was earlier in December. It was a full growth mode and then frost hit, and that's what caused the damage. But there's no real damage there, like there's no damage at all from this cold spell anyway. That doesn't mean there won't be another one, by the way. Just like from the last one we had. I'm sure there'll be another one between now and March, but yeah, here we go. Well, here's the example. You can see the collapsed in the euphorbia. Like, most of the euphorbia is fine, it's recovered, and these will recover as well. But what you'll find with -7, -8 is that they won't recover. It'll be like they'll just stay like that, and then eventually the middle tips will die off as well, and that's what you get. What else? There was going to show something. Oh yeah, the pear trees actually have been growing some young growth. Where is it? Yeah, it's here. Now, of course, young growth on pear trees does not fare well in the frost, as you can see, and that's not a really big frost. And the bizarre thing is, I thought that was fruit then, fruit trying to form flowers, sorry, but not all of the leaves have been damaged, so it's not a worry. Some of the ground's still like a little bit frozen on the top because of the snow, but in general, no. And the other giveaway, here's one for you. This will be interesting. Is over here I have the Brugmansia sanguinea now, which started to try to grow back. Now, I don't know whether you can see, but just by my finger, I'm touching it now, is new growth from the Brugmansia. It's new growth, and it seems to be unaffected by the cold. And here's another load of growth here, so they're still solid and green, just waiting and biding their time. So that'll, as long as we don't have a really severe cold spell in between now and March, which we can't really say there won't be, that should grow up quite early this year. Anyway, that's it. That's my video for today. Just in general, seeing how the cold spell we just had, which affected some people worse than others, has materialised. I can't say that I'm disappointed. It's fine. This is how I would normally expect to look in winter. We'll have to see with some of the stuff that returns, such as the lantana over there, whether the roots have survived, basically, and whether it lives up to its hardiness. Anyway, please like, please subscribe, and please let us know what you got, and let us know how your garden reacted to it, because I haven't actually heard from many people, and I know it was like quite a cold spell for a lot of people, and I'm surprised that not many more people have actually said anything. So hope everything's all right. Anyway, yeah, see you later, and I'll see you next time for the next video. See ya.